And welcome back to CNN Podcast. I'm one of the co-hosts, and my name is Nolan Miller. And this guy joining me,
Chris Sims, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we're back for another episode. You said episode 18?
18, baby, my favorite number.
Why is 18 your favorite number?
Because it's
my
birthday. Always been like my number when I was little. Like for sports, I want to be 18.
Okay, fair.
I don't know.
That's fair though, because like my favorite number is 3, and I was born on the 3rd in March. See, like the cool thing about my birthday, 3303, 3313. 3323, 33. I'm waiting for 33, bro. 2033, 3333, bro.
Oh.
Let's go.
That'd be dope. We'll have to do something for you.
Oh, maybe make a podcast.
Oh, 10 years later, it's no longer the Jordan year. It's the golden year, baby.
Oh, dude, wouldn't it be cool if I turned 33 in 2033 on March 3rd of... Oh, bro.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be buck shit wild, bro.
Buck shit.
So what's new in your life?
Oh, you know, just living life. Trying to find new music.
Okay. I'm always on that grind.
Some artists I listen to that are not very popular, I'd say. Like Freddie Gibbs. Shout out to you, dude. He just dropped a new album called Freddie. It's got some bangers, if you will. One of my favorites, of course, Wait is a good one. Death Row, pretty cool. Shouting out NWA as you mentioned.
That's one you showed. Yeah, it's
as I showed it to you. But yeah, just a lot of like, it's kind of more thug music, if you will. Like one of the songs is called Toe Tag, where he literally is talking about toe tagging some enemies of his. But if you don't like that album, he has plenty more. Like one album that got me onto him was Pinata. Pretty solid album.
Just kind of your more just like hard rapping.
This one is a little more mellow. One of my favorites is High, featuring Danny Brown.
Oh, Danny Brown.
But he does have one song called Thuggin'.
Every time that Danny Brown's on a song, I just like he's alright. I just try not to laugh because he's just got such a weird, and I love it, but yeah.
It's different, if you will.
For sure. Freddie Gibbs. Alright. I might have to dabble a little bit into Freddie Gibbs, and yeah. So I've kind of been watching the recent, like literally today and yesterday, or today and 2 days. Yeah, today and yesterday is like the first 2 matches that I've seen, but both the semifinals. So it was England and Croatia today, and yesterday it was France and Belgium.
Yes.
Both really good matches. Today's was way better. Croatia came back, bro. England scored so quickly. 5 minutes in they scored. And then Croatia didn't score until the 68th minute, bro. Okay. See, that's like... I'm not going to say that I'm a religious soccer watcher. Like, I'm a big fan of soccer. Like, I am a fan of soccer in the way that I respect it, as I'll get out, like, because anybody that tries to deny... My dad is always like, soccer's not a sport, and I hate that. I'm like, dude, if you don't like it, I don't give a damn. But you have to, like, as a human being, you have to realize that soccer is the most athletic sport. You have to be the most athletic than any other sport. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn what anybody says. If you say anything other than that, you're wrong. Yeah. Like, that's a fact. Because, like, in the World Cup players, like, once they're all done, they have, like, a week or 2, and then they're back into their leagues. Yeah. Like, they're, like, some of the league play, they're like, yeah, they're starting friendlies, like, this week or next week. Like, what? They have literally 0 time off, and you probably, run, like, 5 miles a game at least. Like,
you're constantly running on that field.
Yeah. So I've always, like, had I had, because, like, a lot of my friends in high school played soccer. My girlfriend from high school played soccer. She played in college, and I've seen her play in college and stuff. Like, nice. When I got older into high school, like, junior, senior year, I really, like, started actually respecting soccer for what it was. And, like, I don't watch games, and I don't have a favorite team or favorite players and stuff, but, like, when it's on and stuff and I'm not doing, like, I'll watch it, I'll respect it. But, like, the thing that's cool about soccer to me as, like, not being a super fan is that, like, to me, it can kind of get boring where you know, it's kind of just not doing anything. It's not a very, like... But when it does happen, like, when something does happen, it goes crazy. And, like, I think the coolest part is that, like... That's what makes soccer cool is, like, nothing could happen, but you need every single 90 minutes plus stoppage time or overtime if you guys are tied at that point to, like, win the game. Like, you need every single waking second because anything can switch. Like, the switch can just flip like that, and all of a sudden it's just chaos everywhere. And, you know, crosses coming in, headers coming in, corner kicks, free kicks, like, it's wild. And you have way more experience with soccer.
Oh, yeah, dude. I played soccer for 20 years. Wait, something like that. Yeah, ever since I was 3.
Okay.
And then, I don't know, I've been off and on lately. So, I mean, technically 20 years since I'm 23. But, yeah, off and on, I'm really upset I haven't been able to play soccer or watch the World Cup as much as I want to. So, I'm kind of pissed off at myself for that.
For sure.
But yeah, any moment on the field is worth, like, your time. Because, like, literally you try to make those scores or make a goal, or you try to make those good moves to get the ball and take control of the game.
What position do you play?
I played almost everything, like, growing up, but
I figured everybody did growing up, yeah.
For high school, I played more defense or midfielder.
See, like, I was thinking, like, I guess anybody on this field can technically score.
Yeah.
Defenders obviously don't, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like being a midfielder would be the coolest if I, like, had the skill to play, just because,
so
like,
much fun.
you literally do everything on the field.
Yeah.
Like, defend, score, pat, like, I don't know. And I think this is, like, for every sport that anybody can score.
Yeah.
Anybody can score in any sport. I think the people that can assist and I think assists are way more cooler than scoring. Yeah. If you can set somebody up just with a perfect pass, with a perfect cross, like, that's beautiful. Like, you know, and I've always said, I think we talked about it on the podcast before, but at your, like, professional soccer, professional football, professional baseball, professional whatever, when you're at that top form, when it's played at the highest level, it's an art form.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that's for sure. It's just art watching them play.
Exactly.
The World Cup and shit.
Like every single kick or every single pass and stuff is perfect. Like they could be on the whole other side of the field, but it'll land right at their feet and
they'll stop it right there.
Exactly.
That's why I love watching it, because it's literally like growing up and playing the game and just seeing the skill that they have. That's why I love soccer.
For sure.
Like, I've always loved it, always will. Pissed off I haven't watched the World Cup.
See, the thing that I don't really get about soccer is I don't know it well enough to, like, know the, like what a soccer practice is like.
Oh.
Like you have your drills and stuff, but then how, like, when you play basketball, you set up an offense and, you know, you do screens and stuff, but to me there isn't that, like, structured, like, you're gonna do this player's gonna do this player's gonna do that. It's just like the ebbs and flows of it, and you kind of just go. To me, I feel like it's almost like that street basketball mentality where you kind of just, like, go with what you feel, and if it's right, it's right. If it's not, it's not. Like,
that kind of is soccer. Like, you work on your skill, your personal skill, help it contribute to the team, and then you all just mesh together and improv.
It's kind of like a pickup. Yeah, it's an improv. Yeah. Okay.
Because, like, seriously, the team I had, Bryce Richards was on it, your roommate.
Yep.
We literally played soccer for 13 years together. And, like, literally, there was one point in our lives where we all just knew where we would be at the field. And so, like, we'd literally just pass and we'd be right there.
For sure.
We were, like, unstoppable.
How do you guys do? Did you guys ever win state?
We actually got shut out before we went to state our senior year. So, shootout. One of the juniors missed the shot. The other team was up. So they went on to state and we went home.
Damn.
That hurt.
But it's not still like a wound or anything. It's not like you're not bitter or anything. Doesn't sound like it at all.
Not at all.
Yeah. Close the fucking yearbook, Chris.
I'm getting shit-faced tonight.
I love it. Yeah, but soccer's. I think soccer is going to be like it's already the biggest sport in the world, but I think it's going to be period. Like because I think that American football is done. Like it's on the downhill. Like
I like that.
Just because like all of the new like research with the CTE and stuff, and like parents aren't letting their kids play football. Like it's slowly, but I think it's like a real thing. I think it's a real movement that's going on where they're like parents are pushing their kids away from playing football because of the because at the end of the day, like you're not gonna play football forever. You're not gonna play any sport forever, but like. I don't know. It's like it's not worth it. Like life, life goes on, and you so.
And then football takes a real toll on your body, if you will.
For sure. So I guess like getting into this episode, we kind of switched things up. I thought we had a good initial idea, but like I think for this episode to be successful, we needed to reach out to other people.
Yeah. For sure.
So, that's the topic of this episode is irrational fears.
Oh boy.
And I know that I reached out on Snapchat and Instagram. What did you do?
I just did Snapchat. I should have done Twitter and shit, but I mean, it seems like people don't really view me as a social person. I've been out of the loop, if you will.
You need to work on that.
I do. We're back, baby.
Yeah, we're getting there.
We're getting there. New beginnings.
But yeah, so we kind of just like reached out to our friends on social media to get some more ideas for irrational fears, because I would say for the most part I'm a rational person and I don't really have I do have some irrational fears that you're about to hear pretty soon.
Oh.
But like for the most part I feel like I'm a pretty laid back kind of guy, and so like I felt like it was essential to get other people's, because I guess the idea of this podcast is to kind of judge people on their irrational fears. Like, not judge people, but like judge irrational fears to see if it's like a realistic thing or if you're just being a psycho, I guess.
So do you want me to bring up some of mine later on, baby?
We'll see.
We'll see. They're one of the best.
So I guess we'll go ahead and just like start off with ours.
Oh yeah, baby.
If you wanna.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and just lay this one out. It's been an irrational fear ever since I was little. Spiders, but most people are scared of spiders. I'm somewhat getting over it, but no. If I see a spider, like if spiders surprise me, I freak the fuck out. I'm like,
that's fair.
Jesus Christ, and like I try to kill it or I try to just get away from it. But an or like a weird one, I guess I'd say, is birds. I kind of have an irrational fear of birds.
Why?
Which I'm getting over.
It's a work in progress.
It's a work in progress.
Yes,
but so the main reason is when I was practicing for cross country in high school, I would go on runs. Yeah. So it's a summertime.
That's probably good. You're a cross country runner, probably practicing.
Trying to do like 5 mile days, you know.
For sure.
So I'm just moseying my way back home after a decent 3 mile. I don't know. It was a while ago. So I'm just jogging. All of a sudden I feel something like swoop by my head. I'm like, what the fuck? I look behind me and there's a bird coming right at my head. I'm like, what the fuck? So I just started sprinting. I just started home. And then I actually have a couple more of, that's not the first time that's ever happened. Happened at least for sure twice. 2 more times.
While you're running?
Yeah, while I'm running. I was on the Big Creek. I was over by Big Creek on the Neil Smith Trail. All of a sudden I hear...
You don't have really good memories of the Neil Smith Trail.
Not really. No, not good memories. No, not many. But all of a sudden, like, I hear birds just, like, getting louder, and I feel wind swoop on my head, and there's just fucking 3 birds swooping down. Yeah. So I just started darting. And so, like, I sprinted, and all of a sudden, I saw they weren't behind me anymore, and I just, like, collapsed real quick. I was like, what the fuck? Like, where are these birds coming from?
Yeah, no joke.
And then also one time when I was swimming, birds are swooping down at me. And just recently, I was working at the vineyard, and I'm on, like, the gator or whatever. I'm just tightening some cables. All of a sudden, I hear birds just chirping and, like, swooping down. And I'm like, you better not fucking come towards me. Like, I hold shit, and I'm like, I get ready to swing at them if they come at me.
Damn, so I think, like, this has got me messed up. I feel like, do you have an irrational fear of birds? Or do birds have an irrational fear of Chris Sims?
Oh, wow. Mine just fucking blown. That might be it. It's not me, it's the birds.
Because, like, I've never had any issues with, I don't
Seriously?
think, any birds ever.
God damn, am I the only one?
It has to be, dude.
Jesus. Yeah, then it's the birds, I guess. Let us know, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, birds, comment your feelings and, like, let us know, like...
None of those bird pranks, you fuckers.
Yeah, I hate bird...
I
when
hate
birds...
bird pranks. You're gonna shit on your car.
Yeah, bird pranks are the worst, bro. When they, like, trick their buddy and saying that the window's open and then he, like, flies into the... God, dude, birds are dicks to each other, bro. I hate bird when they shit on your... Bro, I was tweeting this one bird the other day, and, like, it was bald eagle, and he was just, like, shitting on me, dude. Like, oh my god, bird pranks. You guys think. But, like, you know, the one with the spiders is kind of interesting, too, because, like, that's... Like, in Iowa, at least, the odds of you, like, getting hurt from a spider is, like, I feel like 0.
Yeah.
Because there's not very many poisonous... Like, there are poisonous spiders in Iowa, I assume. I don't know what the fuck they are. But, like, spiders, like, hold their place in the earth of, like, usefulness of, like, killing bugs and, like, eating bugs. Like, you know, that, like... So I don't... The odds of you getting hurt from spiders is, like, slim. But, like, that's a real fear, like, because there are poisonous spiders that I would suck to get bitten by. But, like, yeah, I don't know.
My find is they're more creepy than anything.
For sure.
Like,
I think if you see something crawling on your ground, period, whatever it is, I think that's scary enough as it is. So that's fair. So, kind of both of mine that I could really think of are both irrational and rational fears. It's kind of so the first one is trains. When I was growing up and stuff, like, and still now, like, I still have, like, a general love of trains. Like, when I was a little kid, like, I used to have, like, you know, model trains and, like, build the train tracks, and, you know, like, for Christmas times, yeah, I'm a nerd, whatever.
I like trains.
I like trains, yeah. But, you know, around the Christmas tree, you got your train going, you know, and you got your little... you know, just, like, trains are cool. I still kind of want to be, like, a train conductor in, like, Colorado or something. Like, going through mountains. Like, that would be so cool. Exactly. Like, going through towns just chilling. Like, what do train conductors do now? Like, once they're on the road, are they constantly monitored, or are they just watching Netflix? Is it controlled to the point where...
I believe it most likely
You'd think it would be, yeah. But there's still, like, trains getting derailed and stuff. Mm-hmm. Do you hear about the one in Iowa that, like... This was, like, right when all the flooding and stuff started happening in northwest Iowa. It was oil, bro. There was, like, hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil on trains that just, they got spilled. But, yeah, I don't know. Trains are cool. Trains are cool, but... I have an irrational fear of them as well for rational reasonings, I guess. So when I was, like, a 5th grader or something... Me and a couple of buddies were watching. There was a baseball tournament in Carlisle at North Park, and we were watching the tournament. We were all kind of bored or whatever, or sitting in the stands. So we're like, "Yo, let's go fuck around by the train tracks like every other fucking kid ever." Like, I don't know if you're not a kid if you haven't fucked around by the train tracks, and you know, so we're walking along the train tracks, and we look. You know, there's a sign on every train track: red light, green light. Red light means that there's no train. Green light means that there's a train within a certain amount of distance of where you're standing at, so, like, watch the fuck out, you know. But, you know, so we get down there, the green's light, the light's green, the green is light, you know, whatever. The light's green, so we're like, fuck that, we're good, whatever. Start walking down the train track. We get to this point, like, we walked a little distance. We get to this point where there's a bridge, and there's, like, it's, like, over this creek or whatever. Or creek or stream, whatever you want to call it. I say creek. I think I say creek and creek. I think I said both of them. But, so we get to this bridge, and there's not, like, a really... Like, it's the bridge and us, and there's not really an opening on... There's trees on either sides. And then, all of a sudden, we hear... Boom, boom, the train's coming along, and we take the fuck off. Like, we run back towards the way we came. And like I said, there was trees and stuff on the other side, but not really a good exit point. So we're fucking sprinting on this railroad track, and like to this day I feel like that I jumped off of the track at the very last second that I could, because right when I got off the railroad track to get off of it, the train blew its fucking whistle. The loudest sound I've ever heard in my whole entire life, and scariest, like literally the rumbling of the tracks, the train, like a big ass fucking train, and just the horns blaring was so scary to me. And then like 2 years later,
that sounds like a scene from
yeah,
Stand By Me.
Yeah, it's a damn movie, dude.
Jesus Christ.
And then like 2 years later, there was like this like steam locomotive or something that was like doing its last travel on the train track, and it was like it was fed by coal, so it was like doing its thing or whatever, and it was going through all these towns in Iowa or whatever, and it was going through Carlisle, and me and my parents went because like, you know, I like trains. My dad liked trains, like whatever. We go to hear it, and like we're standing right next to it, and it blares its horn, and it took all of my willpower not to freak the fuck out when it was like going on the horn, because I didn't want my, like, it was I don't know how long of a distance between me running away from the train and when the train came into town. I can't remember, like weeks, months, years, but like I didn't want my parents to figure out like what, that I was scared of it. And yeah, dude, it just scared, like I don't know, like it's an irrational fear, because like trains aren't gonna hurt me, like, you know, they're cool and stuff, but like, yeah, whatever. Then my other one is heights. I think everybody else, I think a lot of people are scared of heights, but like I've been, you know, in an airplane, I've been in the mountains, you know, 14,000 feet high, like whatever. I've been skydiving. Ooh. Like I've done like everything to face the fear of heights, but I'm still scared of heights. Just because like when the best example I have is when I go to the Capitol, and there's like a rotunda you can go up, and it's like fairly high. I don't know how many feet it is, but it's like, you know, you go up in the rotunda, it's pretty high. Mm-hmm. And every time I go up there, I am like against the wall and like refuse to look down, because like if the fence isn't like waist and above, scares the living shit out of me, dude. Like, ooh. But it's like irrational, because like I've done everything to face the fear of heights, but I'm still scared to death.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, because when I climb trees, because I love climbing trees.
Okay.
I mean, I'm up there. I'm pretty high. It's more of just I don't want to fall and hurt myself. Or when I was checking the weather, climbing grain bins.
Like how tall grain bins are we talking?
At least four stories, right?
Pretty high.
Pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty high. I mean, we'd climb up ladders, and there's like no guard, and there's just different platforms, and it's a
grain bin, so it's not like it's like flat and shit. Like it's like a metal just being.
Yeah. So that was kind of scary, because it's at night, and
you fucking idiots.
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess.
But yeah, I want to go skydiving. I don't think I'd be scared to skydive.
It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
The most accurate description I can give to people is when you don't feel the like roller coaster feeling. Like you do, but it's literally like that. Because you get to terminal velocity, and like you're just like... But the most accurate description I can get is like when you're driving on the highway and you roll down the window and put your hand out and you feel the wind. Oh. That's what it feels like. That's literally what it feels like. That's like in the way that like you feel like you're not moving, but you just have the gush of wind and stuff. Okay. Like when you're in your car just chilling, you're not moving. But you put your hand out, you can feel the wind, but you're still staying still. That's the same feeling, because like when you're in the sky, like, yeah, if you look down, you can see the ground getting closer and stuff. But if you're just looking out, there's no reference of anything at all, so it's just blue sky. It's weird. It's really, it's cool. I would highly recommend it, but it's like a weird thing, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, so this segment that we've been doing.
We have a segment?
Yeah. You never heard of it?
I might have heard the catchphrase.
Pet? Yeah. Do you have any pet peeves?
Yeah. I think after long thought and discussion with you.
Yeah, we had to think about this for a little bit
before this episode started. People hating on tattoos, or I guess always insinuating or saying that you need a meaning for your tattoo. I only have 3, working on my 4th. It's a pineapple. That's going to be my next tattoo.
Okay.
People are always asking me, why, Chris? Why do you want a pineapple? I don't know, maybe I just want a fucking pineapple.
Yeah.
Maybe they're just delicious, and so I want to remind myself of the delicious taste of a fresh pineapple.
Can't blame a brother.
I know, right? So I don't know, like, stuff like that. And then my grandparents, if you listen to this, what up? Probably don't. I love you, if you do. They don't like tattoos at all. Very judgmental people. Sorry, I think that way. So, I mean, it's just hard, and some people always look, like, kind of like the older generation, they look at you differently if you have a tattoo. Or even at my last job, you had to cover your tattoos, even though most of the employees have tattoos.
Yeah.
It's because one customer complained.
A customer complained about tattoos?
About tattoos.
Dude, and that's like, I don't know if you saw this video on Facebook or what have you the other day of the, like, lady wearing the Puerto Rico shirt and, like, getting absolutely harassed by this old white guy about, like, you know, just being a racist piece of shit towards this lady or whatever. And, like, bro, that shit bothers me so much. It's like, why are you being such a shitty like, just stop shitty people 2K every single year. Like, not just 2018, 2K. Like,
2K.
Just stop. Like, you know, like, the tattoos aren't gonna, you know, like, you're not a shitty person because you have a tattoo. Like,
doesn't affect you because I have a tattoo.
Yeah.
It's my body.
And, like, another person being here doesn't, unless they're, like, I don't know, immigration's such a touchy thing, like, whatever, I'm not gonna get into all that, but, like, just quit being shitty people. Like, let people live and, like, do their own thing, and if it, like, directly affects you, okay, that's one thing. But if you're just being bitter about it, like...
Fuck off, mate.
Yeah, no shit. And, like, I respect... I don't know if I'll ever get a tattoo, just... I don't know why. I don't have a reason for not wanting to get a tattoo, but my personal feeling about it is that, like, I respect people that have tattoos. I have no problems with people getting tattoos. Like, I don't give a damn. My own thing is I don't like the, like, portraits of, like, lost ones, or, like, the names of lost ones, or, like, anything, or, like, your last name, or, like, you know, like, that type of stuff, like, because to me, if it means that much to you, you don't need a tattoo for you to remember. That's, like, for specifically the portraits, but then I've also talked to people, like, for you and stuff, like, and I've learned that, like, the tattoos aren't for other people. It's literally, like, for you and for you only, and I'm sure you can attest to that because I obviously don't have tattoos. But I was talking to this one kid, or this one guy, gentleman. You weren't with me, but he was getting, like, a sleeve on one of his arms, or maybe both of his arms, and it was, like, the good and the bad.
Oh yeah.
And it was, like, one arm was the good and the other arm was the bad stuff, and, like, just, like, darker, and you could see it within, like, his tattoos. And he got it for himself because, like, at one point he was, like, in a really bad spot, and then he, like, has finally come out of that spot and, like, been able to flourish, and he's like, it's just a reminder that I'll never go back there. And I was like, I respect the hell out of it. I was like, and he's like, nobody has to understand that but me. And I was like, bro, I get you 100%. Like, so that's, like, I don't have any problems with tattoos. Like, I never have, but, like, I respect that. Like, that's a grind for sure.
Mm-hmm. So I'll be all inked up soon.
There we go.
And you can judge me then.
There you go. I'll judge you all day long.
My body's a canvas.
Yeah, true. Alright, so getting back into these topics of... Now we're going to talk about...
What you've shared.
What people...
Oh,
yeah, what people have answered the question of what their personal... not pet peeve. I'm about to say the same thing.
Irrational fear.
But you guys said your irrational fears were. I almost said pet peeves, but yeah.
Jesus.
What other people's irrational fears are, and you got some good responses. I got some good responses. I think we got a pretty good.
Yeah, 3 out of 93.
Yeah, it's whatever. But I think the ones that we're gonna highlight. This one was kind of like a double whammy, I guess. Of belly buttons.
Ooh.
Now, I got 2 responses from people. One of them, they were scared of belly buttons or don't like people messing with their belly buttons at all because they feel like if they touch them that they have to pee and it makes them have to pee or something like that.
No boy.
So like they literally like it feels very dumb boy like what the fuck? At the end of the day, like what? Like what? I don't know what drives somebody to. I think it like don't get me wrong. I felt my like if you feel your butt like if you press hard enough like it's a
my belly button
no,
with your belly button.
I'm good.
Maybe that will make me have to pee and then I can understand.
But like it's pressing on your belly buttons like feels weird.
It does feel
like,
weird.
But like
I would not like that. Like some yeah.
But I'm not scared. Like I guess some random like I don't know. Somebody was just like with their finger out walking towards you and like trying to touch you. But like I don't know. Yeah. And then the other person that responded with their belly button was kind of fucking harsh. Honestly, they were like, I don't fuck with belly buttons at all. They're fucking ugly. Like ew. Like whatever. And then like. Like I mean, gross. Oh, let me eat that.
Got some lint in there.
But they were like pretty judgmental about belly buttons and that they're the grossest thing alive. And she even said to the point that she doesn't want kids, or she thought about not having kids at one point because of outy belly buttons. Because I think when females get pregnant, they get outy belly buttons. So she was like. Literally did like a life-changing event because of like not having fucking kids because they have ugly ass belly buttons too. Like kid comes out the outy belly button, see you later. It's been real, see you later.
Put it on the wall.
It's like what's that line from Wolf of Wall Street? When they're like, I hate to say it because it's so mean, but it's so funny.
Say it.
Because they were talking about they're like. Because he was like, if anybody's gonna fuck my cousin, it's gonna be me. And then they're like, well, isn't there a chance of it like being mentally handicapped or whatever? And then he's like, yeah. But if that was the case, we'll just drive off into the country, open up the door, and just say you're free, and then drive off. Like what? If you have a kid with an outy belly button, just see you later, bud.
Here's the world. Welcome to it.
But like that's not a real thing. Like why are you like belly buttons are like. Why are you scared of an inanimate object?
I mean, it looks
is
weird.
that the no? I guess that's not the basis of irrational fears because you can be scared of spiders or something. Mm-hmm. But like an inanimate object, like you have no worry of being
harmed by it?
Afraid of an inanimate object because they're not going to do anything that if you said like belly buttons aren't alive, like they're not going to I don't know. But this other, I think the best one we absolutely got was a real, like, irrational fear. One of my, 3 of my friends were like, oh, yo, our buddy's got this fear, right? Our buddy's got this fear, right? And I was like, crap, I forgot he told us. Like, one of my buddies has this irrational fear of jewelry. Is that the right word? Jewelry?
Yeah, you're good. I'd say you're good.
Jewelry.
Not jury.
Yeah, he's got an irrational fear of jewelry, specifically rings.
Wow.
Because he was he said that he didn't wear jeans until high school because he hated the feeling of the metal on his body and the coldness, and he said like jewelry it's got a weird smell, it's cold, like it's and then he said like when he was growing up that his mom would like, I don't know, like cup water in her hand, and then he hated the feeling of her wedding ring on his like mouth, and like he's got a fear of like choking on jewelry, like hit the like rings and stuff. I was like, well, first off, if you're not gonna wear rings that aren't gonna, like, the cool thing is like not the cool thing. He like realizes that it's irrational as fuck that like nothing's gonna happen, but like it's not like he's crazy. I guess like
Interesting. Wow.
What sets up irrational fears?
I
like traumatic events. That's what it's gotta be.
I feel like it. Because I mean, for me, spiders is.
Or is that movies, bro? It's gotta be.
A movie, yeah. It could be
like
movies
fake
too.
shit, bro. Yeah, it's gotta be.
Whoa. It's the movies. It's Hollywood. Blame Hollywood for your irrational fears.
Blame Hollywood for like everything.
Yeah.
I feel like
global warming.
Yeah, I mean
population.
Yeah, Hollywood just like.
Fuck Hollywood.
Yeah, bro. They like try to. I don't know. Just social media and it's fake news, bro. Our boy Trump's all over that, bro.
Unless you get the real news here at CNN.
Yeah, it's CNN podcast. I mean, the realest news that there is and that I've ever heard of, if I've ever heard real news before.
Yeah, this is music to my ears.
Also, this is random as hell, but I have to talk about it because I was thinking about this today. So, completely off topic, and I don't even give a damn.
Should we segue into one of my...
Oh, yeah.
Right,
sorry. Go for it.
So, out of the 3 of you that hit me up, some of you have some good input on like getting over that stuff, such as one second, I'm gonna bring it up, such as like adapt and overcome. I mean that's a good shout out to you.
Is this a solution? Could this be a solution to irrational
Yes,
fears?
it could be a solution. Is adapt and overcome. Because I'm slowly getting over some of mine. But yeah, I guess I should have saved that for later. Because claustrophobia, or tight places.
That's a real thing.
So, one person hit me up and said that they specifically remember like digging holes and stuff. And they had to go head first into this tiny hole. And literally like they felt like they were stuck, and so they had to like climb out with their hands. Or even like putting insulation in their attic. They had to like crawl, and they had to call someone and be like, hey, talk to me while I'm doing this. Just to keep my mind off of this tight spot. Which is fair. Because I mean, when you did your MRI, did you ever get like kind of that claustrophobic feel at all? Or do you think because it was light that it wasn't so bad?
I think I wasn't scared. I'm not like I think that like being in tight spaces, like if you're stuck, like that's scary.
Yeah, okay.
But I don't know, like if you're in that situation, like I know I wasn't stuck or like, so I was fine. But like that's a real like being stuck would be like that's with when you're out of control.
Yeah.
When you don't have not out of control, but when you don't have any control over a situation, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's a real fear.
Yeah.
That's why I don't. That's I won't ride on any motorcycle that isn't me in control.
Okay.
Not that I don't trust the people that I don't trust the people that I'm with, but like if something were to happen, I would want to be in control and take the blame rather than having somebody else.
Yeah, cause that's a catastrophe, whatever that word is.
Yep. Catastrophic.
Catastrophic.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh boy. But yeah, adapt and overcome.
I like that. And you got the other one about life?
Yeah, life.
Just life in general.
Life in general, which is kind of true because, I mean...
It's kind of like, at first you're kind of just like...
Yeah, you're like... and then you're like, wait, whoa. Because, like, if you don't have control of your life, or if you, like, you literally don't know where your life's going to take you.
Well, and life in general, like, there's no set book or guide of how to live your life and what you're supposed to do, so, like...
You could fuck up severely, or...
Succeed severely, I guess.
Exactly. Die the next day.
Yeah, I mean, definitely life's a real thing to be afraid of just because, like, getting hit by a truck. Like, you literally don't know where it's going to take you and, like, the things that are going to happen to you, but You just gotta go with the ebbs and flows of soccer, bro. Look at those just connections all over the place, bro.
Adapt and overcome.
I do like that. I like that. Adapt and overcome. That's a new one.
As you were saying.
So, most random, and don't even ask me why I want to talk about this, but it's been a question that I don't know the answer to.
I can probably
I always buy Dr. Pepper whenever I go grocery shopping. I buy Dr. Pepper. Right?
Good choice. 23 flavors.
I guess. I forgot. Yeah, 23. I can name them off. Ready, set, Dr. Pepper. I love it. Anyways, so I usually buy 12 packs.
Yes.
Okay, but I saw this deal today where it was buy 4 liters for $4, and I was like, a pack is usually about $4 or $5. I was like, 4 liters for $4. That's a pretty good deal. I was like, I'll switch it up. And then I got thinking, when you pour, I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the answer. So when you pour pop into a glass with ice, or just pour it without ice, it doesn't matter, but I just prefer ice and whatever, okay. When you pour it into a cup, it fizzes up, right?
Yeah.
Or beer to the foam.
Mm-hmm, the foam.
Is that a chemical reaction to the point where the pop evaporates and like is wasted in a sense, or does it turn into bubbles and then turn back into pop and it's not wasted? So if you, for instance, I don't know, this is some crazy ass shit, and I like. So my question is, if you poured a liter of pop out all at one time, and like it would fizz up and do whatever the hell it does, but you had like a big enough bucket or whatever have you that it wouldn't be wasted per se, that if you poured the whole entire liter into the bucket, and then you like funneled it back into the liter, would it be the same amount? Or because of the fizzing, is there pop wasted?
Whoa, mind fucking blown. Right?
I don't know the answer. I'm not a scientist.
We're going to have to get down and do our own experiments, but my hypothesis is that you probably, I want to say you won't lose any.
That's what I think.
That's what I think. But just watch that be like not true and you actually lose sody pop because you pour
Because it's a chemical reaction, but I feel like for like the pop to actually disappear, it either needs to be, or like, you know, get evaporated or whatever, it needs to be heated. Like heated or like frozen, right? But no, if you just unfreeze it, it'd be the same amount. Mm-hmm. So it would have to, for me to be lost, I feel like it would have to be to the point of boiling where it starts evaporating and like. But I don't know. Is foam pop?
Pop foam?
Yeah, like is the foam that's produced by pop, or is it a chemical reaction and wasted?
We're gonna have to get down to business here and do some.
I don't know.
We're gonna do experiments. Fuck. I'm gonna be sitting at home with goggles on, a white lab coat, boiling soda pop.
Yellow gloves.
Let's go with yellow.
Yeah, yellow. That's more official.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'll try to find a liter glass.
Just a little food for thought for the world.
Yeah. Remember, we're just dropping knowledge over here.
Yeah, I mean, just bombs of knowledge. Like, I don't think we've ever been wrong one time on this podcast.
We don't look up anything because we know the facts.
Yeah. I'm not. I mean, my middle name is Google, so.
Yeah. Nolan Google Miller.
Yeah, look it up.
My middle name's Encyclopedia.
Yeah, duh.
Christopher Encyclopedia.
What edition, though?
Let's do the first.
Oh, wow, the original?
The original.
Okay.
And what happens, like, people don't know that I already am updated.
How do you update?
So I just, like, write notes.
Oh, okay.
Add it on. So my edition one is actually my edition. So you can't be wronger than right.
What?
Dropping knowledge.
Yeah. I think my favorite term ever is if I always love to say the double negative.
Yes.
I always like to say, well, you're never not gonna want to do this. I always love doing like I don't know, in any situation. I'm trying to think if we get a situation where like oh, if you're like, oh, I love Burger King, and then somebody's like, no, I hate Burger King. I was like, no, you don't not like Burger King. Like, you like Burger King. Like, I'm trying to say you like Burger King, but you're just like, oh, you've never not liked Burger King? Like, what?
Trying to confuse him.
Yeah, like, trying to say as many. But have you ever not liked Burger King? I don't know, I'm just an idiot. Yeah. But I'm not an idiot because my middle name's Google, so.
So, yeah. Let us know what you find out with those Sody Pop experiments.
Yeah, do them on your own. Report back to us, please, within 10 minutes. Thanks.
10 minutes.
Yeah, this was...
Got a fucking timeline, do it.
Ready, set, go. Alright, well, I think this pretty much wraps up this episode. Going off the wall there, but I love it.
Sometimes it happens. I'm Chris Sims, baby. I want you all to just hit us up. Keep doing you. Keep listening. Keep watching. We love you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm Nolan Miller. This was another great episode of the CNN podcast. Follow us on Twitter. I don't even know what it is. Find us. Watch our episodes, please. Do whatever.
Yeah, do it.
Peace out.
Deuces.
Good shit.